before Pyro Traveler releases, I planned on going through every single Traveler kit and making them into a main DPS. I already did GOMC last week and let you all vote on who was to be next. Unsurprisingly, despite my best efforts to persuade others to choose a different outcome, do not make it Hydro Traveler. Hydro MC was picked. In my opinion, Hydro MC is the worst kit currently in the game. Characters who may have contended for this spot, like Dia, have their use case scenarios and can be helpful. Hydro MC has none of these redeeming qualities, mainly because their kit intended for them to be an on-field damage dealer, but without the damage, so I don't know what they're dealing. Maybe in Copium, who knows. Hydro MC's skill makes them into an immobile water gun that deals just as much damage as one would with an actual water gun, and the burst is unstoppable and doesn't care for your feelings or aspirations as it phases through the Abyss Arena wall. And trust me, it stops for nothing. Aside from the Abyss wall, I tested every single possible skill, burst, and object I could get my hands on to see if this whirlpool would stop, all the while going absolutely insane. The burst is literally... Oh... Okay, well now I'm gonna try the taunters. Maybe Amber. Maybe they can taunt the whirlpool to get closer. God, dude. Why does this kid suck so bad? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? Oh, this is gonna be so painful to use. I'm assuming what's gonna happen is Farina's gonna carry my ass in this video, and that's about it. That's the entire video. There's nothing else to say. It's just a Farina one-trick pony show. In case you didn't get the memo, it can't stop and won't stop. So, given the lack of damage, how the actual hell is one supposed to make Hydro MC a good damage dealer? I tried this about a year ago, where I used Kazuha to group enemies for a longer duration in Hydro MC's burst. I still planned on utilizing the strategy, but the thing is that you can't do this to boss enemies, which every floor 12 of Abyss has been filled with. However, what I didn't know at the time of making the previous video is that there is a way to multiply the damage the burst does. As it turns out, Hydro MC's burst has a really weird interaction with Dendro cores. The burst can deal another instance of AoE Hydro damage when hitting one of these cores, and since you can spawn up to 5 cores on field at any one point of time, that means you can deal up to 6 times the damage per burst hit you would be able to normally, making this the single largest damage multiplier increase in the game that I know of. And, well, Hydro MC kinda needs it given her burst multiplier damage. In reference to someone, say, like Raiden, for example, who's known for her initial burst slash, it's about a third of the damage. So yeah, Hydro MC kinda needs it. The most likely reason why this even exists is, well, because cores are meant to be hit with other elements, and I guess they just forgot to check for Hydro MC. Either way, this is probably a bug that might be patched in the future, but honestly, I don't think enough people play this character to even care. So yeah, it'll probably be with the game for the rest of time. Utilizing this tech is probably the only way you can get any meaningful amount of damage out of Hydro MC, which is reflected in my artifact and weapon choices. Now, given my fixation on the burst, you would probably think I would utilize 4-piece emblem as the artifact set of choice. It gives good burst damage and necessary energy recharge for Hydro MC, given the burst is... Wait, it's 80 energy? Did they have to handicap this character so badly? However, I decided to use 2-piece Noblesse and 2-piece Heart of Depth, and this is for 2 specific reasons. One, I wanted more flexibility on the artifacts I could choose from, and I still plan on utilizing Hydro MC's hold skill for damage output, which wouldn't really benefit from 4-piece emblem. To elaborate more on flexibility, I plan on using Primordial Jade Cutter as Hydro MC's weapon, and is a bit awkward to build around since it gives 44% crit rate, which means you need more pieces with crit damage to crit rate, something my emblem pieces don't exactly have. Another weapon choice to consider was whether or not to put Kazuha on the sack sword or not. After all, getting 2 opportunities to suck up enemies could be better than just the one. And there were 2 problems with this. The amount of time doing this caused me to have less time to make use of buff timers for Hydro MC's skill, and the second was that it really didn't help. by the time you can get a second plunge off, the burst will have moved too far away for you to deal any meaningful damage, and so as a result, I decided to just use Fab Sword on Kazuha. For the other two teammates, I chose Furina and Baiju. Furina gives a lot of necessary damage bonuses and Hydro Resistance, both of which buff Hydro MC significantly. And searching for Dendro options that work with this team, I settled on Baiju because his healing increases the bonus damage Furina gives more quickly, and also to give the Dendro application to spawn cores on the field. I did explore utilizing Shilonen over Baiju, but passing up on the Dendro core attack made it so that Hydro MC did less damage than Furina, even after giving her Fab Sword instead of Festering Desire. And there is no way I am replacing Kazuha here. The grouping is really necessary to get the Hydro MC burst damage up, since Kazuha can also gather Dendro cores closer. I would also like to take a moment to mention how energy hungry this team is. 3 out of the 4 members have 80 energy cost, while Kazuha has 60. That's why I had to focus so much on energy, with Fab Swords on both Kazuha and Furina as mentioned before, and Prototype Amber and Exile set on Baiju. I even had to place an ER timepiece on Hydro MC just so that I could have a consistent burst uptime. Trying to get the necessary energy balance to make this team rotate semi-decently was a pain, and it really still doesn't rotate properly. I don't know, man, it's too much energy. There's also one other slight issue. My Baiju was level 50, which in general isn't necessarily the worst thing, but it actually cuts down significantly on the amount of healing he does because it scales on HP and, well, subsequently, the amount he can actually accelerate Furina's buff by. Guess what material he needs to ascend with? Yeah, Violetgrass. Those plants that grow on the sides of mountains. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not that bad necessarily. I mean, there are shops that sell them, so it wasn't necessarily too bad, right? Then there should be one more later. We should go to Wang Shu Inn after this, because that will be the other place we can get some more. What did I trigger? Dude, I just wanted to buy some Violetgrass. No, I don't want to come with you. I don't want to come with you. I knew it. Yeah. Damn it. Okay, you know what? It's okay. This is... Of course I trigger Baiju's quest, trying to farm. Time to go. Even with all the amount of time I spent picking Violetgrass, I refused to pick any more to get Baiju to level 90. It was just not worth it. So, yeah. Alright, showtime. For Abyss, I planned on using Hydro MC on the first half, and then the second half for the last 2 chambers. But Tars, there's an enemy immune to Hydro on the second half. How did you get past that with this team? That is an excellent question. Please kill him! Kill him, please! Emergency. The only emergency here is the fact I have to fight a Hydro immune enemy with 2 Hydro DPS characters. Please! 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 Oh, I did it! Oh my god! Oh, down to the wire. Okay, well, I need to make it so that they don't dash, because if they dash, it's kind of over.
As one with wind and cloud. Seems like an emergency. Wipe out! As one with wind and cloud.
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember, help come.
Time to go. Into the wind.
You're not going anywhere. It's time.
Time to shine.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
The doctor will see.
Remember,
Go! Show a new face. Let the world come up.
Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the.
Okay.
Let my name echo in song.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Wipe out.
Remember, help comes first.
Water jet. Yoo-hoo! Time to shine.
That hurts. As one with wind and cloud.
The doctor will see. Go! On the way.
Wind strike.
Seems like an emergency.
Let my name echo in song.
Clouds high. The birds... Oh!
Water jet. Wipe out. Let the world collide.
Mind the side effects.
You know what? You know what? We take those. We take those.
Show a new water jet.
Wind strike.
Let the world collide.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Remember, help comes first.
Wipe out. Water jet. Yoo-hoo! Time to shine.
Mind the side effects.
One with wind and cloud.
Taking a turn for the best.
On the way. Strike a pose.
A bitter pill to swallow.
The freaking crab again?
Remember, help comes first.
The doctor will see.
Time to go. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Go! Wipe out!
Mind the side effects.
Let my name echo in song. Strike.
Wind strike. Clouds high. The birds...
Taking a turn for the best.
No! That was not the right time for you to do that in. Okay. It's doable. The team works, kind of. And here are the builds I used. I'm not gonna lie, the Hydro MC team cleared some chambers faster than I thought it would be able to, and that was with not necessarily the most optimized play. So, to be honest, this team could actually probably clear semi-decently. Well, depending on the scenario. Obviously, it's not great against single targets because Dendro 4th generation isn't as good in single target scenarios as it is in multi-target scenarios, but that's another point. Now, since there are still 3 elements left to go over for past travel tickets, I placed another survey in my community tab. and you can all vote on the element that you wish to see next. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.